Hi, this is a call out to anyone who has or is using Risperidone. I have recently been prescribed it from my psychiatrist as a mood stabilizer, but when I did a little bit of Googling before I started taking it, I realised that it's actually an antipsychotic. Used for schizophrenia, BPD, bipolar, things that I haven't been diagnosed with. So when I looked at the side effects as well, they fucking freaked me out. I'm like terrified. So if anybody has any like sort of personal experience using it, that would be great if I could just like hear from you, because I have no idea what to expect, because my meds are getting kind of changed as well, and yeah, a bit scared.
Okay, we got you. Let's get into this video. Hey special family, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Autism Mom, and on this channel we talk about autism and everything in between. If you'd like to be part of the family, click the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. So I've been getting a lot of messages lately about Risperidone. I stand by what I say when I say that Risperidone has changed my life, but the side effects will have you yeah, all that and the above. Okay, so when Ramsey was getting out of control, when I say out of control, I mean his first instinct was to choke you. Choke that heifer. He don't care who you are. He just want to choke you. His meltdowns were coming a couple times a day, frequent, like whiplash, you never know. And it was starting to get very violent. Like, I have never seen my child violent, and I was experiencing it. So the doctor gave me 2 medications to choose from. I chose the one with the least side effects, which was Risperidone, believe it or not. So Risperidone, let me explain to you what Risperidone is. So I found this pharmacist on TikTok, and this is his explanation of Risperidone.
Another antipsychotic drug which works by blocking dopamine and serotonin receptors. However, by blocking serotonin receptor type 2C, this drug may cause weight gain and other metabolic problems. Hallucinations and delusions are some of the symptoms of schizophrenia. Interestingly, many people with schizophrenia have religious, grandiose delusions, such as believing that they are a saint, a prophet, or God himself. On the other hand, religion and spirituality could help people with schizophrenia, especially those who are active in their religious communities. Indeed, schizophrenia could be resolved in many ways, and combining medications and spirituality, an example of whole person care, could provide some benefits.
Okay, so that is what Risperidone is. Now, Risperidone has a bunch of side effects. When I say a bunch, I mean a bunch. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, it's a lot. So here are the side effects. So Risperidone may cause side effects like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, heartburn, dry mouth. So I haven't experienced any of those yet with Ramsey. Increased saliva, increased appetite. We have experienced increased appetite. Weight gain, we have experienced rapid weight gain. Like since he started till now, it's been a year, he has gained 60 pounds, 65 pounds, yes. And it's I'll get to that. Stomach pain, anxiety, agitation, haven't gotten that. Less agitation, more calmness. His mental breakdowns or meltdowns are not as frequent as they used to be. They used to be a couple in a day. Now he'll have them once every other day or once every 3 days. It varies, but it's not like it used to be. Restlessness. Ramsey's been restless from the day he was born. There ain't nothing new. Dreaming more than usual. Ramsey, dreaming more than usual, you know. Difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep. No, that we had since since his diagnosis, I've noticed that. And the risperidone is not helping it any better. So I combined his day with melatonin. 7:30 at night he gets one melatonin gummy, and that helps him sleep, because according to the doctor that prescribed it, they're saying the risperidone is supposed to make him want to sleep and make him sleepy. Never happened. He's not sleepy. He don't want to sleep. If it's up to Ramsey, he'd be up 24 hours a day. But to get him to sleep and calm down, I give him the risperidone. His sleep schedule is still not where it should be, but it isn't what it was. Like with the melatonin, he sleeps most of the week. Yeah. So breast enlargement or discharge, that is a frequent complaint that I've heard. For the females that take it, I heard they get breast discharge, like milk coming out of their breast. And Ramsey has man boobs. When I tell you that thing irks me, it irks me. He literally got man boobs. You see us taking a lot of hikes. I'm getting his fitness in because I'm trying to break down this weight as best as I can. And you know what the hurtful part is when family and friends try to tell you, oh, what are you feeding this child? You overfeeding him. You probably just giving him junk food all day. You have no idea. This medication makes this child eat. He can't stop eating. I literally have to be like, no, no. And he'll cry and he'll be upset. But I don't care. If you already had 2.5, 3 servings of goldfish, you don't need no more. Take a break. It's like that turn off switch. It doesn't happen. I had to buy a lockbox, a food lockbox to lock food in it, because my son has grown into a man and he's so self-sufficient now, praise God, that whenever I go take a shower in the bathroom, you know what he does? Because I leave the door open so I can hear him. He'll come close the bathroom door so he can go steal food in the refrigerator or in the pantry. And then when I get out of the shower, I find the evidence. And you know what the evidence is? There are 2 wrappers, Oreo wrappers, in the garbage. There's Oreo crumbs on his mouth. And he's so clean. He either has a plate or a paper towel on the table that he put his Oreos on, and the crumbs are still there, because I make sure the table is clean, that when I come out I can know if he stole food. I have to resort to locking up food, because the switch, the turning off switch, doesn't happen. And that all happened when he started this risperidone. And people would sit there and think like, oh, he's getting too big. Don't you think he's obese? Don't you? It's hurtful because he's not doing it on purpose, and I'm not doing it on purpose. But the medication makes him gain weight. And when I say he just want to eat, don't think that your child is out here eating everything under the sun. No. The stuff that they like eating, they just eat it in overuse. Like they eat a bunch of it. But not that they're out there trying a bunch of new stuff. Maybe some, but so picky. My child never used to eat meat. Now he loves steak. Steak? Really? Steak? Yeah, so that's risperidone. So now I wanted you to hear from some adults that do use, or they all on either psychiatric medication, or they on the spectrum, and this is what they had to say about risperidone.
I hated it. The number one reason I hate it is because, let me just show you. This was before I started. This was about 2 years after being on it. And this is about a year after being off it. So it actually really helped with my actual symptoms back in 10th grade when I was dealing with them. I went on it February of my sophomore year of high school, and then I didn't go off it until November of my freshman year of college. I ate so much. I literally couldn't stop eating. I was so hungry all the time. It made me so heavy, but also that was one of the biggest lessons I've ever had to learn in my life. Just being heavy. The amount of people that just ridiculed me, called me fat, called me everything. I'm like, can you just shut up? I know why I look this way, because of the medication. But it really, all it did was make me eat a lot, and I slept. When I took it, I literally would knock out. But yeah, overall, like a 4 out of 10, and I never want to take it again.
So I've been on the medication merry-go-round since I was 13, long enough that I formed very strong opinions on certain medications, so here is my top 5 least favorite psychiatric medications. At number 5, we have Risperidone. Now, I wasn't on it for very long, and it didn't really do anything for me except make me lactate, which was very frightening, so I'm gonna give it number 5. At number 4, we have Wellbutrin. Wellbutrin made me very angry and very sweaty. So angry, actually, that I didn't have time to be depressed, so I'll give it that. At number 3, we have Zoloft. Now, there's so much yet so little to say about Zoloft because I don't remember most of my time on it, but I do know that it was bad. At number 2, we have Seroquel. Seroquel caused me to sleep 16 hours a day and gain 100 pounds, which I wouldn't have even minded had it actually worked for me, but it didn't. And at number 1, we have Prozac, or as I like to call it, Zoloft, but worse.
You ever take risperidone? You probably heard it's got side effects. Weight gain, cholesterol, muscle rigidity, restlessness, insomnia, and one specific to risperidone called hyperprolactinemia. It can cause nipple discharge, sexual problems, and gynecomastia or man boobs. It's a good medicine, you just gotta be careful with it.
So this is a mental health check-in. Just to let you know, guys know how I've been doing since I've gotten home from the mental hospital. It's been about a month. Things have been going okay. It's hard getting adjusted to the meds. I was put on Risperidone, and I got all of the negative effects from it. I had the shakes. I could not focus my thinking. My breasts got larger. Awkward. I started to lactate. I haven't lactated in 2 years. So, yeah, that was a thing. It made me terribly tired. Very, very tired.
Okay, so for us, he was put on Risperidone, also known as Risperidone, and there are lots of different side effects, of course, for it, just like there are for other medications. One of the most well-known for this particular medication is weight gain. I honestly haven't heard from a single person whose child did not gain weight on that. However, for my son, he's always been itty-bitty, so I was not very concerned with that until like several months down the road where it started to become an issue. But bigger than that, there is, of course, a very rare side effect that, go figure, my kid would get, because we always get those rare side effects in my family, and it's something called tardive dyskinesia. And so basically it started off as like what I thought was an occasional eye tick, but it got to the point eventually where he was constantly winking both of his eyes, constantly. So
alright, I hope this video was helpful, but I do want you to know that a subscriber asked me a question, and the way she put it was a good way. So when Ramsey was prescribed this medication, he was supposed to get 1 ml twice a day. Yeah, 1 whole syringe twice a day. I take the small 1 ml syringe. I asked the doctor, I'm like, I'm looking at all these side effects. I'm like, my heart is not at ease. I can't do it. Why don't we just ease them into it? And she gave me the go ahead. She gave me the green light to ease them into it. Ramsey gets, from the day he was prescribed up till now, 0.5 mLs once a day in the morning before he goes to school, or when he wakes up in the morning. If it's a weekend, after his shower, he gets dressed, he gets 0.5 for the day. I do not give him more than that unless he's having a really bad day and I can't take it no more, I'm about to lose my sanity, then I can give him another 0.5. But if he's not that bad, it's only once a day, 0.5, and he's been running that since the beginning, and I can't complain. The way the subscriber asked the question is, if you look at the pros and the cons, would you still go with the Risperidone? I would. Because his episodes, his meltdowns, they decrease by 90%. I can't take that away from Risperidone. The weight gain, the eating everything inside, the stealing food, but the meltdown being, I'm gonna go hiking every weekend. Just put that in there. If that's what comes with Risperidone, we finna be hiking. But I can't take that away from Risperidone. 0.5 one day, one time during the day, and that's it for the day. I combine it with melatonin at night. He gets a melatonin gummy so he can sleep. because supposedly the risperidone is supposed to make you sleep. That don't work for Ramsey. He don't sleep for jack. So I pair it with melatonin at night. I don't give him, I give him melatonin at night because I don't give them together. But if you ask me, this is my experience with my son on risperidone. It has worked tremendously. It's doing a great job. If I don't give it to him, he is a whole completely different human being. He's agitated. He want to beat the heck out of people. He want to choke people. He just be having random meltdowns throughout the day. It's a mess. So yes, if I had to choose between the pros and the cons, I will still pick risperidone. Oh, and your child get blood work twice a year to check their levels, because they're gaining weight so fast. Their levels, their blood levels, they have to be checked regularly. So keep that in mind. But this is our experience, and I just wanted to share it with you guys and give you an update. So we will be hiking because that body, in Ramsey's mind, he's 5, and in my mind, he's a man, and he wants me to pick him up. Little 5 feet me gotta pick up 5 feet Ramsey at 135 pounds. Let that sink in. Yeah, I hope this video was helpful. I'm gonna catch you in the next one.